so much work is done with young people and to support young people in young people's services. And then when we reach a certain age and have to move on to adult services, we just seem to be falling into this canyon that exists between the two. I think it's important that we close or at least try to bridge that gap.
I think it's imperative that young people are treated with respect with regard to their individual experiences and individual issues and diagnoses when it comes to service transition. These things should not be disregarded simply because a young person has reached an arbitrary age that does not determine their readiness to move on to adult services. In order for young people in CAMHS to reach their potential and navigate the expected pitfalls and difficulties of early adulthood while dealing with a mental health issue, it's important to ensure that they have the best possible foundation of support when moving to or waiting to move to AMS.
No, I wasn't happy with my transition experience, as I had to take control and fight for care. It was lonely, frustrating, and a very long process. My CAMHS worker meant well, I just don't think there was the services there or the knowledge of what services were there to know what to do. I left my young people's service at 19 because I was moving away from home. I was told I wouldn't meet the threshold for adult services, but that I could still do with the service. I was given a letter with a summary of my treatment, which I could take to my new doctor if I felt I needed to, but I found it hard to talk about my problems with someone I knew well, never mind going to a complete stranger with this letter summarising all of them. I felt like the responsibility was all mine, and I was left to find a service myself. My problems ended up getting worse again, and I can't help wondering what would have happened if I had a seamless transition to another service. Yes, I took comfort knowing my experience sadly wasn't the exception, but the norm. Disjointed care and fighting for help seemed the only way to get adult care. The milestone research for me has highlighted that it isn't just in my area where transition is a problem, but within lots of other areas and also within lots of other countries. For some reason, young people's services and adult services just operate so differently. It's highlighted how important it is to listen to young people's experiences and to work with them. If services are to improve, then I feel that this is key. For adult services to be integrated with children's services, it's not just the problem of children's services. I think it's important that young people's services have lots of knowledge about what adult services are out there, so they could talk to the young person about which would be most suitable for their needs. I think young people should be involved from the very start, like it should be a together collaborative approach with the young person and worker, and it should be spoken about in enough time. Because birthdays can be predicted, it's not a surprise when someone needs to transition. Listening to the young person and then acting on that information is so important. In the ideal world, services would work together and fit together like a jigsaw, so young people don't need to navigate this big canyon.
It's important to include young people as research advisors in studies like Milestone, as perceptions, language and experiences are constantly changing from generation to generation. The way something may have been as little as 5 years ago is not the way that systems or experiences may operate today. Young people are an invaluable resource when it comes to lived experience. I have personally obtained a deeper understanding of the way longitudinal research is conducted, while also having an opportunity to talk about my experiences and the pitfalls one may encounter in accessing AMS as a young person.
I've really enjoyed being a part of Milestone. The project has helped develop my confidence in my own abilities. I'd even say the project has helped me to be well. I've met people with experiences like mine and people with a passion to change things. I wouldn't change being involved in the project for anything, and would also encourage other young people to get involved in research like Milestone. It humanises the work researchers are doing. I have learnt so much from the study. I've learnt about different cultures and how their services work. I've gained confidence in speaking about my experiences, and I've learnt how much hard work and dedication goes into studies. It is so necessary to continue to support research so policy can be improved, and thus improving services. It can be done, and is so rewarding for both researchers, participants and other young advisors. It's amazing what can be achieved when everyone works together from different countries, cultures and expertise.
When working with young people as research advisors, I think it is pertinent that similar ethical guidelines employed when conducting research with vulnerable populations are also applied to work done with the young person advisors. This includes constant informed consent, not putting young people in uncomfortable situations or putting them on the spot, having a designated contact person always available at workshops, committee meetings or general assemblies where the young people are present. Additionally, it's important that any third parties employed by the researchers are also aware of the need to conduct themselves in a respectful, ethical manner at all times around the young people and be conscious of their presence when speaking to or contacting them. As young people are likely to be there in an advisor capacity because of their lived experiences, it is important that everyone in the room conduct themselves in a professional, sensitive manner and that these guidelines for sensitivity are set out and adhered to at the commencement of the research. Being regularly linked in with the team, offering regular updates and clear instructions on what is expected from the young person when they sign up to become involved in the research is also key. I also think it is important to be aware that the young people's time is valuable and to ensure that there is time to meet the objectives set out in meetings or workshops and for young people to have their contributions heard as needed.
Thank you for watching this video by the MILESTONE Young Advisors.